Welcome to the Social Smarty Scoop, your weekly roundup of all the news you need to know in the world of social media marketing for the week ending the 2nd of February 2025. Let's dive on in. First up in news this week, Adam Mosseri has shared new insights into how story ranking works. Now, Adam, of course, the head of Instagram, has cleared up some common misconceptions around reach and visibility, specifically with Instagram stories. Now, the key takeaway that you need to know is stories are designed for engaging your existing audience, not reaching new people. Now, yes, we did know this already, but it is so easy for us to quickly grab our phones and just share a story, share something that's happening in the moment. And if we are relying on stories for our social media content, of course, we are only going to be reaching those who are already following us. Not going to help us at all in terms of gaining new followers. So what we need to remember is that unlike feed posts, which are pushed out by AI recommendations, stories actually rely on direct integration from the people that are viewing them. And Instagram's algorithm prioritizes different things. So the first thing it prioritizes is taps. So how often users, they'll actively choose to view your story. So they tap on that little circle and then they get to view your stories. The next thing that the algorithm is looking at is likes. So if lots of people are liking your stories, then that's obviously a signal to the algorithm. Now, the last thing is obviously replies. So if people are responding to you with DMs, direct messages, then that is also going to be a signal to the algorithm that these are good stories and move them up into the feed of other viewers, other followers. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you want your stories to be seen, you really need to focus on interactive content. So think polls, emoji sliders, the Q&A buttons, anything that's going to help drive engagement, because the more interaction you get on your stories means the higher placement in your audience's story feed. So that's going to move that little circle with your stories higher up in your audience's feed. And that, of course, is going to strengthen your connection with your audience. So while stories won't expand your reach, they can be a really powerful tool for community building, connecting with your audience, and even sales. So you can be driving your audience through using your link stickers or even your DMs to really increase your sales. Next up this week, Instagram has just rolled out new Reels metrics to help you see what's working and what's not. So now when you take a look at your insights in your Instagram Reels, you will see a couple of new things. Number one is a view rate. Now this will show you how many people watched past 3 seconds. Now we all know how important the first 3 seconds of your reel is. So this is going to tell you whether or not you have nailed that hook, that first 3 seconds. And the other one you will see is views over time. So this is where you can compare your performance with your followers versus your non-followers. And this is really designed to give you some quick performance tips to help you fine-tune your content. So I highly recommend opening up your Instagram app, taking a look at your past reels and have a look for these new metrics, and then use that information to help you create better reels, because watch time is now the key to reach. If we can get people to watch more of your reels, that is going to increase the number of people you reach. And these insights are going to make it easier to create reels that keep people watching. Facebook has recently added a new moderation setting, and this one is kind of cool. So this is where we can automatically hide comments from accounts that pretend to be your page. This is so good. Now, if you have ever run competitions on your Facebook business page or even entered competitions, you might have seen there's this horrible sort of scammy tool that scammers use, and they basically clone your page, so they impersonate your page, and then they go through and they start to comment on everyone who has entered your competition. So for example, if you have a competition that says comment below, this new page gets created pretending to be you, and then the scammers will come in and comment and say, congratulations, you've won the competition, flick us a DM to arrange your prize. Now, this is absolutely rife. This should help with that. So effectively, when someone tries to impersonate your page, those comments will be automatically hidden so that your entrants, the people entering your competitions, or even just your audience who are commenting on your posts, will not even see those comments. This is so overdue, and I'm so glad it's rolling out. Now, Instagram is testing an easier way to pause reels. Now, at the moment, if you're watching a reel and you want to stop it, you effectively have to hold your thumb or your finger down on the screen to pause that reel, and then you let go again and it keeps playing through. Now, over on TikTok, it's a lot easier. You literally tap the screen to stop and then tap again to start. So it appears that Instagram is testing this tap to start and stop, which I think would be way, way easier. Instagram is also testing the ability to send files via direct message. So rather than just, voice notes, images, the normal stuff we can send now, this would be the ability to actually send a file like a PDF through direct message. Microsoft, who owns LinkedIn, has reported record engagement on the LinkedIn platform for the past 3 months. Now, I say the past 3 months because this is their quarterly report, but they report this every single quarter. So every single quarter, Microsoft will report that there is record engagement on LinkedIn. So at this point, it's hard to really, make a song and dance about it. It's just the same every single quarter, but it's still a good reminder that we should be using LinkedIn. And also in LinkedIn news, LinkedIn is expanding its test of a news banner in the mobile app. So this is a banner at the top of your screen in the app which highlights top stories that you may want to engage with. So this would sit above your main feed. And lastly this week, a quick update on the latest on the TikTok ban in the US. Now, President Donald Trump has said on Saturday to reporters that he is in talks with multiple people over buying TikTok, and would likely have a decision on the app's future in the next 30 days. Now, I'm not holding my breath, but of course, as always, I will be watching and reporting back anything that I find out. There we have it. That is your social media marketing news for the week ending the 2nd of February 2025. As always, if you want to come and continue the conversation, I would love to chat over on social media. You'll find me everywhere at socialsmarty.co. If you do have a couple of minutes, I would absolutely love you to leave a review or a rating. Really helps me reach new people with this podcast. And until next week, stay social.